Good afternoon, everyone. Buenas tardes. Good afternoon. Sorry to interrupt your lovely conversations, but we're running a tiny bit late of schedule, and we've got a very interesting presentation that I'm going to introduce very quickly, and I'm going to introduce our panel here one by one in a little bit. So you've heard us talk about a very remarkable program in Turkey, as Turkey wants to now be known in English, Turkey. And I don't think that was an oversell. And I'm not going to say anything more. I'm going to invite our dear friend Elif Balcı to the stage, and she's going to tell you about the program, and then we're going to get a little comment from the rest of our team. So Elif, please, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's a great pleasure to be at our first GSTC conference as Turkey, and it's my pleasure to present you the journey of Turkey on sustainability and also our Sustainable Tourism Program. First of all, I would like to mention who we are doing the program and presenting the country. We are named as TGA, Turkish Tourism Promotion and Development Agency. We are, in general, I can say that we are the Tourism Board of Turkey, established by the Ministry of Culture and Tourism in 2019. And we have a public-private body, and we have the Minister of Tourism and Culture as our chairman, but also the hoteliers, travel agencies, airline and airport authorities are also represented in our board. And we are quite young body as an authority, and born into the pandemic, as we all started as 1st of January 2020 working, but we are a very active member of international platforms, and also we represent our country within the board of UNWTO affiliate members. What we have been doing in terms of sustainability, it started, of course, before TGA was established. Our ministry worked with academia to put in place a master plan for 2023. Why 2023? It's the 100th anniversary of Turkish Republic, which we will celebrate next year very proudly. And also in 2021, we started working again with academia on a sustainability atlas about the country. This is a 100-page of document prepared by different academicians. Mr. Burak will be giving further information during his time, but it includes all the natural and historic values of the country, as well as the green initiatives, circular economy laws, eco-labels, everything in place that is related with tourism industry or related industries about sustainability. And in 2022, we came to a point that we would like to focus, like many other destinations, we've always focused in sustainability, but we decided on putting the sustainability in the core of our activities. And we started looking for a partner, an international partner, who can help us for the transformation of our tourism industry and destinations. And like many of you, we came to a conclusion that we would like to work with GSTC. And we signed an agreement with GSTC during the last days of 2021. And in 2022, at the beginning of the year, we announced our cooperation. We said that we are working on a national program, and it's going to start with the accommodation facilities, and it will include all the accommodation capacity of the country for a journey to GSTC certification. And in 2022, again, in November, which was also mentioned during Randy's speech yesterday, we announced, the government actually, the Ministry of Tourism and Culture announced a circular saying that all the hotels should comply with the first stage of the GSTC criteria, which I will mention further, within the year 2023. So until the end of the year, all the accommodation capacities, regardless of size or stars should have comply with the stage 1, which is the 30% of the GSTC criteria. We don't want to leave anyone behind while we are having the green transformation. We would like to have all the industry with us. So our sustainable tourism approach, of course, does not only consist of the certification program, but it is in the core of it. We have so many other things in place for several years: sustainable management, cultural management, the natural sources management, circular economy laws in place, and we, of course, apply UNDP SGTBs. While we are looking at what we would like to do, also we look where we are, and we have source of pride, which includes 531 blue flag beaches. In the world, we have one of the highest number, 473 Green Star hotels. The Green Star was an initiative that was launched by the ministry itself in year 2008. So we already had a system in place established by the ministry. 100 Travel Life certified accommodation facilities, 8 tour operators with Travel Life certification, 116 Green Key certified facilities, and 9 accommodation facilities with Green Globe. So we were confident that our hotels know how to deal with that. They already have international recognition when it comes to eco-labels, and we started working from there. And when it comes to, again, destinations and experiences, we have 2 villages recognized within the UNWTO Best Tourism Villages initiative, which was launched last year, and we are one of the few countries having the 2 villages with recognition. And we have Bodrum, one of the most popular tourism destinations among the 100 sustainable tourism destinations by Green Destinations. And we are also proud members of Eurovelo 8 and Eurovelo 13 trails. And when we talk about the sustainable transformation of our country, as I mentioned, the Green Star, which is in Turkish Yeşil Yıldız certification, given by the ministry, started in 2008. And in 2019, the government launched the zero waste regulation for all accommodation capacity hotels with 100 rooms and over. And in 2021, we were also among the countries signing the Paris Agreement, and we started with GSTC membership in 2021, and our collaboration was launched in 2022. So, I mean, we are now ready here to launch you the program, but there was years and working behind. And our collaboration actually has 3 milestone years, 2023, 2025, and 2030, which is also going to comply with the international agreements. So we are the first government in the world creating a national mandatory sustainable program. We know that many destinations work with GSTC, but our program is a mandatory one and differentiate in this perspective so far. And our program is actually called Safe and Sustainable Tourism Program, because also we were among the first countries in 2020 in May launching a safe tourism certification program because of the COVID pandemic. And as our Safe Tourism Program still in place, still active certification, we had already a system in place that we could easily adapt as a sustainable tourism program with our CRM, with our certification bodies, and with all other stakeholders working on that. As mentioned, our program consists of 3 stages. Stage 1, verification, Stage 2, verification, and Stage 3 is 100% compliance of the GSTC criteria. First of all, I have to mention that this is a program that is initiated by the government, by the Ministry of Tourism and Culture, run by TGA, coordinated by TGA, but the certificates are given by the independent certification bodies. As GSTC works with ASAI for the accreditation of the certification bodies, if I'm doing any mistake with this definition, Brandy can correct later.
Yeah, we'll fix it later.
So for the stage 3, any certification body who is willing to give the certificate should have the ASAI accreditation. And for stage 1, we have trained our certification bodies who were in the program of the Safe Tourism, together with Cappadocia University, who has been also tested by GSTC as the trainer. So all the system is in compliance with GSTC and guided by GSTC, and later on Pappas will be telling more about how we work together. So here the most important thing is we are taking everybody into the game. So we created a program that is accessible by any hotel, whether it's a family-run business or hotel chain. They all will meet with the same standards. Maybe some will be getting to the certificates earlier than the others. I can say that at the moment we have 100 hotels that had the audits for the stage 3, for full GSTC certification, and the certificates have already been started issuing. It was the pilot of the project that we wanted to see, together with our certification bodies and the ministry, if the hotels can easily adopt the criteria or not, and we were confident, and then the government has announced the circular that it's a mandatory program. As I mentioned, we have the system in place. We have a dedicated website, at TGA website, and also at our tourism platform, which is goturkiye.com, that any visitor, any OTA, who is willing to reach the list of the hotels, when the certificate has been issued, who has given the certificate, can see the details through the QR codes. And it is also mandatory that the hotels should place their certificates and plaques at visible areas at their hotels that any visitor coming will also be able to see and check. And I mentioned about the Safe Tourism Certification Program. Here it is important that it was a monthly program, actually. It was not an annual program, annual audit like the GSTC. During the peak times of the pandemic, we have audited the certification bodies, audited the hotels twice per month minimum. One regular visit and one anonymous visit, and we had this system in place, and now we have over 12,227 facilities certified. And at the moment, it's bi-monthly auditing, regular visit, but hopefully not. If the pandemic will show different aspects in the coming months, we have the system in place again to have a more frequent certification system. Here you see around 6,000 certified accommodation facilities. This program is mandatory only for accommodation facilities with and over 30 rooms. With the Sustainable Tourism Program, we don't have this exemption. It's going to be adapted to all accommodation facilities, which we assume around 20,000 hotel properties. And while doing the transformation, we also, as I mentioned, put sustainability promotion in the core of our communication, and we have a dedicated website since last year about sustainability. We promote our green hospitality, transportation, green experiences, sustainable gastronomy, and many other things. And we very much focus on the green experiences because as Turkey, we believe in that. It's in our DNA. We have so many organic, sustainable values that we have to rediscover and we have to re-communicate. Therefore, we have a very high concentration on this, and we are proud to say that we have a bike-friendly hotel documentation, again initiated by the ministry, and we have over 150 bike routes in several destinations of the country. And Turkey is a land of history, and we are very proud to be one of the top countries with UNESCO tangible and intangible heritage registered, and we are very actively working with our destinations to register many more. Just last week, our traditional Turkish tea, together with Azerbaijan, received also the UNESCO labeling. And moreover, what we have in place, because when it comes to sustainable transformation, the destinations and the industry should work together. We have another program in place, STGA, together with our ministry we are running, is the City Tourism Board Cooperation, which is kind of an DMO, Destination Marketing and Management model creation for all the destinations. At the moment, we have in Turkey 81 cities, and all the cities has their boards, and we organize bi-monthly meetings in all cities. All the boards are authorized by the governor's office, but municipalities, hoteliers, all the other related bodies are within these boards. And we trust those also authorities and organisms for a sustainable development. The three pillars are collaboration and efficiency at the destination level, destination marketing, and visibility in digital universe. And already we have over 120 social media accounts dedicated to those destinations. Go Turkey is the Instagram account for Turkey, and all our cities now have their Go, and in Turkish for the domestic travel, Gessen accounts. And yesterday, Michelin Green Star was also mentioned. We are proud to say that Istanbul received its first Michelin Star Revolution in 2022 in October, and we are proud to have 53 restaurants in the list. But we are more proud that we have one Green Star restaurant, which is one of the 186 in the world. Out of 15,000 Michelin star restaurants, there are only 186 Green Stars, and Istanbul has one of it. When it comes to the promotion and marketing, I said that we put the sustainability in the core of it, and our sustainability brand is naturally Turkey, but we have many more sub-brands as the Turkish Tourism Board, focusing on our destinations and also our experiences. And before ending my presentation, I would like to share with you our sustainability movie, which very much focuses on the green experiences that our destination offers. Thank you very much.
She not only talks fast, she acts fast. An incredible program put together in a year's time, but a lot of help, a lot of discussion, and we're going to get a few comments from those of us who spent a lot of time in the past year. First, our good friend Burak Sakal from Cappadocia University, who's been very much engaged in the tourism master plan, and we'd like Burak to make a few comments about the partnerships and how all this has worked. So please, Burak. Yep, now it is.
Yeah. Thank you, Randy, for inviting us and for this session. And we are very proud of being a part of all of this. And let me briefly first introduce our university and myself. And as Elif also mentioned, our university is in Cappadocia. Cappadocia is a UNESCO cultural site and natural UNESCO cultural and natural world heritage site. And also last year, Cappadocia, the village where our university was based in, was designated as one of the best tourism villages in the world. So we are among the 44 best tourism villages in the world, designated by UNWTO. So we are in an environment which is strictly protected and regulated by the national and international coverage. And also, what we have been doing is we have been working with the Ministry of Culture and Tourism since 2018, and then with the TGA since 2019, after they have been established. We first began with a strategic plan for Turkey's tourism development. The strategic plan was revised after the COVID pandemic because of the situation in the world and in Turkey as well. But the goals were not downsizedly revised. They were delayed 1 year or 2 years. And the strategic plan was almost entirely built upon sustainability. So that's how we come about the sustainability strategic plan. And also, as Elif mentioned too, we drafted a sustainability atlas of Turkey, which includes all the inventory of the current existing works, certificates and programs of sustainability in Turkey. What's our role in this setting, in this program? Our role is twofold. One, we support the government and government agencies. We do research, we do analysis, and we work with data. And also, we work with international partners, such as World Economic Forum. And I am a part of a team who works with World Economic Forum since 2 years. And we are working with data, and we are focusing on a project on the role of the data and big data and digitalization in tourism management. So we work with international partners, we work with national partners, and also we work with local partners too. And also, we support the government by doing research and also by doing the training. We are planning to train the controllers of the ministry this month and next month for the GSTC and the national programs criteria. So we are aiming to develop the capacity of the government and the other agencies. And second, we support the industry. With industry, I mean the sector, the hotels, the accommodation sector, and also the certification bodies, because this program is, as Elif also said, is on 3 stages. In the first and second stages, we have verification. So by cooperating with GSTC, and we are a partner of GSTC too, we are their training partner. We have our team of GSTC trainers, including myself, and we train the first stage verifiers for certification bodies to start, in order to start this program immediately. So we need people, we need human resources to do the verifying. That's our role in this program. We train these certification bodies, verifiers. And also, we support the accommodation sector. We train the hoteliers, the hotel owners, their staff, their managers, for being more sustainable. We, as GSTC trainers, we organize sustainable hotel courses for them, again in cooperation with the GSTC. And we are trying to explain them how to get in compliance with all this national program until 2030. That's basically our role in this program, and we are very proud of this, and we want to continue to work with the government, with the TGA, and also with the GSTC in this long journey. Thank you very much.
It's been a great pleasure, and yeah, so a couple of roles on training hotels, and then training verifiers, and I'm sure we'll be doing a lot more things together, so it's been a great pleasure. And by the way, Elif, you got all the technical stuff right from GSTC. I have no critique. Well done.
I'm a good student.
Yeah. So a lot of planning, and from the start, from December 2021, Dr. Ioannis Pappas, a member of GSTC Board of Directors and our Director of the Mediterranean region, represented GSTC for all this time and had countless meetings in person, on Zoom, and everything else, coming from Greece to Turkey, friendly neighbors. And yes, it's a new world, new century, we're all friends. And so, Ioannis, if you could just kind of briefly kind of walk us through what was just kind of your overall impressions of all that planning and our role in it.
Yes, thank you, Randy. Thank you, Elif. Thank you, Burak, for being here. I think this program is going to change a lot of things about how we are thinking and what is going to be the future of going for a more sustainable future in tourism, actually. It was amazing because almost actually 1 year ago from now, there was this last Zoom that we had with some people from Turkey asking about, go ahead, we would like to do everything now. It was amazing, okay? So it was also amazing that we were, I think, 2, 3 people from GSTC and 8 from TGA in these Zooms. So we said, okay, that's interesting. However, we take the decision to go and meet before Christmas in Istanbul, the team. We sat down with Elif and the team and the director from the University of actually Cappadocia, and we sat there for 2 days, closed the windows, closed everything, closed the mobiles, and we tried to design this program. From the first moment, it was exciting because we saw people that would like to go ahead, writing all the time, asking all the time. It was amazing, at least for me, to see this commitment from, let's say, an organization that is going to take the lead after this planning and implementation and everything. And the third day, we went to the minister directly, decision maker, all right? So this was, let's say, the bell that tells us, okay, this is going to happen. So afterwards, of course, many meetings, of course, an agreement, very fast agreement for supporting this scheme, a lot of meetings, almost weekly in Istanbul. Of course, capacity building in the core team. We train all the people over there, and also the ministry people, the core team, in order to have people that really understand what we are doing, what we are saying, what we can do about. And the big difference for the whole system is that from the beginning, all these people would like to take it to the sky. So accredited CBs, third-party auditing, nothing less. So this was the message from the beginning. And then all the team of GSTC, together with the technical people, everyone, we start making the training, we start making the training of the first auditors for stage 3, like we're saying. And then we meet all the people from Kang University, from the Cappadocia University, and so on, so on. So now you know the story. So I have to say that also I'm very proud, even I'm Greek. I'm very proud for this program. Yeah, I mean, I have to say, I'm feeling very nice for that. I think tourism is a sector, not only tourism, that, let's say, gives really the value of life to people and see what is common and not what is not common in our lives. I think it's going to be a success. I would like to thank again Randy, Mihee, and all the team of GSTC to give me, let's say, the initial role, and of course all the team in TGA, and I really admire their devotion from the first time, I think, which is really, together with the ministry, the turning point for this kind of programs. Thank you very much.
So Ioannis did a fabulous job all those months explaining GSTC and walking through all this, you know, and adding all that insight. And then as we got into the year, as our heads were spinning, that these people are serious and they're not stopping and they're moving forward and this is really happening, then we had to really get into the technical matters. So our Global Assurance Director, she's not only our Asia Pacific Director, but our Global Assurance Director, Dr. Mihee Kang, got involved. So do you want to kind of share with us a brief overview of some of the technical stuff that we're doing and that you've been involved in?
Yeah, GSTC has been provide technical support for this program to be rigorous, systematic, and transparent as planned. So one of our work is to provide qualified auditors. So we have had several auditor training programs, and we will continue to train auditors who go to the hotel and audit. But we don't, look for any shortcut to provide, big numbers of auditors as needed. And we exactly follow what our accreditation manual requires. And then as Professor Burak mentioned, the all hotels in Turkey, they have to satisfy 14 criteria in a year, next year. So there are a huge demand. So to meet that, the enormous demand, we have a partnership with Cappadocia University. So our GSTC trainers at Cappadocia University, they trained verifiers. But verifiers cannot audit against 42 criteria. They have to attend the GSTC auditor training, and they have to pass all exams, including mock audit test. So again, even verification, the stage 1, stage 2, we still require really rigorous approach. They should apply all the same methodology what we do for full certification. And also we have a 2 monitoring system to make sure and then check the performance of certification bodies in Turkey. That's accredited certification bodies. The first monitoring system is by TGA and then Turkey Ministry of Tourism. They have a special committee, and then they regularly check all hotels and how they really implement. So there's no shortcut again. And then the second monitoring system is by ASI on behalf of GSTC. That's the regular assessment. So we do not change any requirement. We apply all the same requirement for certification, accredited certification bodies, but also those requirements are applied to verification, stage 1 and 2. But what I admire and then I loved to mention is that TGA doesn't ask us to make it easier. They ask us a rigorous approach. So I have worked with many different governments, and there are a lot of good governments, but TGA, it's really, I give big hands, for their rigorous approach, rigorous, requirement to even GSTC. But I'd like to re-emphasize GSTC is engaged in the full certification and verification. That's stage 1 and stage 2 are monitored and managed by TGA. And I hope you, before find any weakness or problems, to give them compliment and then the wish good success. And then we also tried hard to make this program successful and then inspire other countries and then destinations. So again, TGA, GSTC, ASI, and Cappadocia University, we really collaborate to make this program successful. Thank you.
Thank you, Mihee. A couple of comments I would add to all this is that in parallel with the past year of looking at this approach of stages, which I think is brilliant, GSTC in our history, most of our history we talked about, you got to go all out, go comprehensive, the full GSTC criteria. And we really realized in the last 2-3 years that we need to help facilitate a staged process to get there. It's just quite difficult for a lot of businesses, a lot of destinations. So as we were kind of intellectually and process-wise and technically thinking through those, this has been a fabulous exercise for us. And so this concept of stages to push everybody along. And what's remarkable here is that, a hotel gets to a stage, they can't stay there, right? Because one of our concerns always is that we never wanted GSTC light because different tiers, different levels can be confusing. And if somebody gets to a certain level and everybody calls it certification and makes no distinction between a higher level, we always wanted to avoid that. So a program like this, it says, go to stage 1, but you can't stay there. Move on to stage 2 as required. Can't stay there. Move on to full certification. So we like that very much. Another piece I want to comment on is that when Ioannis and Mihee and I spent a lot of time in Turkey this year, the safety program, what an amazing traceability scheme. You can go to every hotel. We were just walking down the street. We'd stop in a hotel, and we'd find the safety program and the QR code, and we'd say, there it is instantly. Oh, there was an auditor here 23 days ago. So they built really a great system, and they're applying that wonderful software and the whole system of verification. And just think about the confidence that the traveler has. If they see the Sustainable Tourism Program, the QR code, and they instantly see, this is real. It's not a false claim. There's data. And it's a brilliant system. So I commend you on those are just a couple of key points. There's so much to it. It's so rich. It's so well thought out. And I commend you just on all the hard work you put in. It's really quite remarkable. So thank you for the partnership. Thank you for the trust in GSTC, and wish you great success. And we're going to work in other ways together too. But congratulations on a great program.
Thank you very much.
So we have something else to talk about, is because we're so excited that to have TGA and the Ministry of Tourism take such a rich program that we're going to disclose to you now that we're our 2023 conferences. Guess where we're going? So we can pick up the conversation firsthand on site. So Elif, please tell us about our plan for next year.
Thank you very much again. We are very proud to be chosen as the next destination and excited to host you all for the GSTC conference in Antalya. We are here as a strong team. Joining from Turkish delegation is our actually principal advisor to our minister, Ms. Neşe Çıldık is here. Our head of controllers from the ministry, Ms. Şule Aktürk is here. Our sustainability and certification manager, Pınar Mutlu. We have Burak Hoca, and we have several certification bodies also joining here at this conference. We know that, and we have seen that the GSTC conference is an important platform to discuss the needs and plans, share experiences, and build connections for the future for all peers involved in this journey. This is a journey we have to walk all together. And Antalya, our host city, is one of the most popular and important tourism destinations. And we will be proud to have as many GSTC full certified hotels until next year. Already we have around 90 hotels audited in Antalya for full certification, as we have mainly the big hotels, the resort hotels. They already have experience about Green Star, Travel Life, and so on. So they will adapt quickly, and we will be hosting you for at a sustainable hotel and for a sustainable conference. We look forward to welcoming you all, and we have a very nice also welcoming video about Antalya. And the conference will take place in May. We will be announcing the exact days with GSTC in the coming weeks. Roy is coming for the final inspection. As we have so many hotels, we couldn't decide which one to host, so we just need to look once again.
We're impressed, we're excited, and we look forward to seeing you on Antalya, but we're going to be speaking about every week between now and then anyway, right?
Definitely.
Congratulations. Thank you all for this, and yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you. Now we're going to do something rather unconventional. So now you know where we're going in 2023. And for the past, well, pre-COVID couple of years, I was going to say the past few years, and I forgot that big blank called the pandemic. But we've been operating a GSTC global conference per year and then a regional conference in another part of the world. And we decided that for 2024, we're going to drop the regional thing and we're going to have just 2 major conferences in 2024, and they're going to be in different parts of the world. And the unconventional part is that we're going to tell you right now. So you can plan out for the next year and a half, because I know a lot of people in government and business like to set up the budget and the timing and know and plan. So we'll give you the option to, figure out where you personally are going to come and join us, and then we're going to send more staff from your satellite offices to join us as well. So we've got 2 destinations in different parts of the world for 2024 that we're going to tell you about right now. So we're going to invite our good friends from Visit Sweden to come and join us on stage. Well, I think we can use this one. Can we use this one?
Is this working?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you hear me now? Okay. Okay. Hi, I'm Jenny. I work for Visit Sweden, and I have my colleague Linda with me. And we also have Camilla here from the Royal Djurgården in Stockholm. First of all, I would like to take the opportunity to thank the host here in Sevilla and Andalucia. It's been great days. And of course, the GSTC organization, so inspiring. On behalf of Visit Sweden and the whole tourism sector in Sweden, I want to say we are so honored that we will be hosting the GSTC2024 in Sweden. In Sweden, our government recently announced a new vision for Sweden. By 2030, Sweden is the most sustainable and attractive destination based on innovation. And this challenge is bold, but also inspiring for the tourism industry to work towards becoming a more sustainable destination. This opportunity to host the global conference is a very important milestone achieving this vision. And it's very important for us to aim this unique opportunity, encourage collaboration within the tourism industry in Sweden. And the Congress will be in Stockholm, who is built on 14 islands. And the Congress will be held on the Royal Djurgården, where Camilla works. Actually, Stockholm is one of Europe's most environmental cities, and Royal Djurgården has been working with the GSTC criteria through a green destination, right? So everyone, looking forward meeting you all in Sweden in April 2024 and to welcome you to a new era of purposeful travel. Thank you.
A new era starts now. A time to embrace the world from new perspectives, where traveling creates lasting value for the individual, society, and the planet. In Sweden, we welcome the new and the different. We believe in finding our own path when it comes to values, innovation, or lifestyle. But choosing our own path doesn't mean we walk alone. Together, we want to manifest Sweden as a travel destination by exploring the tourism of tomorrow. A new way to travel, meaningful and conscious, with experiences that enrich both the traveler and the destination. A new era starts now, and we are the ones leading the way. Welcome to Sweden.
And then I mentioned a second conference in 2024, another part of the world. So another wonderful country and destination that we've been working intensively with recently that has some very exciting programs we've talked a little bit about. I invite to the stage our friend Cherie Lee from the Singapore Tourism Board to talk about going to Singapore.
Thank you. Thank you, Randy. So on behalf of Singapore Tourism Board and our partners, Resorts World Sentosa and Sentosa Development Corporation, it is my pleasure to welcome you to Singapore for the Global Sustainable Tourism Conference in November 2024. We thank the GSTC for giving us the opportunity to host this coveted event, which will be held on the Sentosa Island. Our hosting of this conference is really timely, where Singapore is determined to play our part to build a more sustainable future. And to capture the increase in demand for sustainable travel options, we have recently worked with our local travel associations to develop sustainability roadmaps, and we aim to strengthen our local industry's capabilities so that they can continue to thrive in the global green transition. GSTC's conference is aligned with Singapore's strategy to be a global Asian node for quality events, and we look forward to bringing together global thought leaders and the meeting of minds to discuss and act on key issues in sustainable tourism. Singapore is ready to welcome you in November 2024, and we really hope to see you then. Thank you.
So you can imagine we're excited about these 3 exciting places to visit, but they're all doing just amazing things in sustainability in truly systematic ways, very rigorous and very interesting programs of activities. So very pleased and proud to come to these 3 places. So you got your plans for the next 2 years as to some of your travel. And like I say, your staff in different parts of the world. I'd like to invite our board of directors of GSTC to kindly come to the stage. And I want you to see the faces of GSTC. We're going to first get our board. Please start coming. Board of directors. Show your face. Now, why don't you gather over this area? Because then I'm going to bring the staff of GSTC on stage in a moment. Here's your cue, everybody. Get ready for in a moment. Let's do this first. Board together over here. Now, GSTC more than anything is a network. We've got a small staff, but we've got a great network of experts. We've got a great board that's so supportive. We met Dr. Ioannis Pappas. We introduced everybody, not everybody to start with, Coco Tang from China. Yep. Luigi, our chair, is coming. Kuniko Takasaki from JTB Corporation in Japan. Dr. Kelly Bricker from the Arizona State University. She was the first chair for the first 7 years at GSTC, and then when Luigi Cabrini retired from UNWTO, they switched seats. Luigi had been the vice chair, and they switched seats in 2014, and Luigi has been our chair ever since. So Kelly, the entire history of GSTC. And I mentioned our good friend CB Kumar Ram is leading our India working group and doing a lot of things, and dresses well, and thank you, Ram. Many of you know Rika Jean-Francois from the ITB Berlin. She's the commissioner for CSR at ITB Berlin and Messe Berlin, and we're just delighted to have you always on the board. Thank you, Rika. Ingvild Sornes from Innovation Norway, doing wonderful things as the destinations in Norway. Thank you for all of your support and involvement. And of course, you've heard from our chair, Luigi Cabrini. So a wonderful board. There's more that are out there at home. And I'd like to bring the GSTC staff. Come on over. Stay here. So we have to do a very quick thank you. You can imagine the huge amount of effort that the staff put into this conference. So you know Roy Ariel. You've met Dr. Mihee Kang just now, our Global Assurance Director and Asia Pacific Director. Julieta. And she really did so much in this conference, and just tremendous work. So thank you so much. Tiffany Chan from British Columbia is involved in our Destination Stewardship Program. One of our longer-running staff for about 5 or 6 years, Claudia Bustinza, our Global Assurance Manager, done a fantastic job. It's just been wonderful to watch her professional development of just tackling these difficult technical issues, and she's really organized so much and helped us with manuals and so many great things. So, fabulous work, Claudia. Thank you so much. And her third day on the job, Stefania. We have 3 native Spanish speakers here because, and we've got, through COCO's partnership, we have the 3 biggest language groups in the world of English, Spanish, and Chinese that we're really, got a lot of content on our website. And so, Steph is part of that as a new communications director to support all that great work. So, also, we have a small cluster that we're developing in Korea. We have a little tiny Asia Pacific office. So Young Lee is part of that. Jisun Kim is our training coordinator in that Korea group. Started early in the year doing a great job managing a lot of our training activity. And Emi Kaiwa, many of you know from Japan. She attended a lot of our conferences as a volunteer. She just gave tremendous support for many years. She worked part-time on membership coordination, and then on July 1st of this year, she finally became full-time staff, but she gave so much of herself as a volunteer for so many years. So thank you for all of your support.
One word.
Yeah, please, yeah. Luigi.
We are very serious about. We are going to score 95%. And I think this is like carbon offsetting.
Yeah, I think.
So, no, well, let me say, it wasn't, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it wasn't really in the script, but I think I just felt I want to say a few final words. First, I mean, I feel so proud of being the GSTC chair. I think I've seen so much energy, devotion, commitment, professionalism in these days. I think I'm really overwhelmed. And I mean, we ended with this spectacular Turkey program, which I think is an example really that we hope many, many governments will follow. We're also overwhelmed by the interest in our meeting. I mean, it's the first time I've been in UNWTO many years. We never announced a meeting 2 years in advance. That's amazing with the videos and everything. So, I mean, again, just to thank you all. I mean, the success of this meeting, thank you all. It's probably one of the best meetings, not only GSTC meeting, but meetings I ever attended. And I just wanted to let you know. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Luigi. There's a lot of commitment on this stage. There's a lot of commitment of our members. You're the wind at our back, and thank you for empowering us to do all that we do. So thank you all so much for joining us. Everybody's going to now leave the stage except Roy, who's going to talk about this evening and other important things. And so thank you all. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So first, if you remember, for those that have been here on the welcome reception, we announced the winner of the person that has taken a train to come here, and she wasn't there. And apparently she was on a train at that period, exactly at that time, she was on a train to Sevilla. So she's here now, she's searching for her prize, so we're going to give it to her now. Stephanie, where are you? And this is kind of a Sevilla pack, so you have a little bit of feeling of where we are. Wine and some local delicacies from Sevilla. Okay, and if we can go to the next slide, a little bit of information. Let's see what some information we have from Slido. We had 406 questions with a total number of 1,065 likes. That's a lot of people doing this. Great. And let's see who is the most influential one over the past 2 days. Oh, first, what were the main topics? Any surprise here? Actually, I also see Albert and Paul, so there are a few names, but in general, you see that it's quite exactly what you would expect. All right, and the moment we've been waiting for. Next slide, please. Aha! Linda. Linda, you're winning. Sorry. This is for you, Linda.
Oh, thank you very much.
Linda is winning a complimentary registration and joining us next year in Turkey. But anyway, you're planning to join us there. That's great. But that also includes a 3-night accommodation, so it makes it easier to make sure for your employees to bring you there. I would say that probably we'll also see you in 2024. I heard it's in your city, right? Yes. Okay. So sorry, we'll just see you there with the accommodation. Great. And just also to mention the 3 others, we've got Danny from Get Your Guide. You're actually also winning a complimentary registration for next year in Turkey, so see you in May. And Mark, sorry, only 2 prizes now. Rachel and Mark, thank you so much for making both good comments and good questions and getting people also to interact with you. But besides that, also thank you to the thousands of people that like comments and also helped us to improve and understand which questions are more interesting to everyone in the audience. Let's move for housekeeping. Okay. So don't forget about tonight. There is a rumor that the rain stopped, but I cannot promise it will stay like that. So if you have a small umbrella, it's better to take. We will soon, in 2 minutes, just after I will finish explaining this, we will finish here. We will go back, or if you want to stay here. And at 6:15, there will be buses departing from Melilla Sevilla or Melilla Lebreros to go to Real Alcazar. If you're staying closer to there, or if you prefer to arrive directly to Real Alcazar, you can arrive there, but make sure you arrive by 7 p.m. at the gate where you see here in the photo. The reason we are very strict on the time, because we're in Spain and it's very strict on the time, at 7 actually the gates will close, well 7 and 2 minutes, because we are actually in a real Royal Palace, and we are actually Royal Gardens, and it's an UNESCO World Heritage Site. It is actually reserved just for us. So it's really opening just for this delegation, and at 7:02 they will close the door, so please be on time. Then we will start a tour for about 45 minutes, and at that point, if you were late and you arrive at the gate and it's closed, so at 7:45 it will open again, so you can join us at the cocktail. So it's just better to arrive on time. And also, please bring your badges. It will be much easier for us to make sure that you're not a tourist that sneaked in. And we will also, at the end, we will collect them so we can just reuse these nice lanyards. Unless you want to keep it as a memorial from your visit here, feel free to take it home. But otherwise, bring it back so we can let our host to reuse it and reduce pollution. Thank you so much, and see you later tonight.